hope my audio levels are okay. Didn't really test them. We'll see how it goes. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Love the hearts. Oh, hello everyone. This is. Oh, we're not. Wait, say it. Wmc go. Yeah. So this is Scribbler. Hello everyone. If you haven't seen my content before, welcome. I haven't played, well, this isn't FFA, this is Mystery Teams, but we're going to be starting off without a team, and I feel like I haven't played or done solo commentary in a really long time. So, I figured this is actually like a good chance for me to just, oh, I'm orange, okay. Yeah, so this is a funny take on Mystery Teams, where we leave a trail behind us instead of getting wool in our inventory, which I really like. I think it's a cool, neat idea. So, to give you a little story why I'm here today, Ripper Steve messaged me like 2 weeks ago asking if I would be available today to substitute for a Wmc related event. Oh, we're waiting. I'm so close. I don't know exactly what's going on. But yeah, Ripper messaged me a couple weeks ago asking if I would be available today to substitute for a Wmc related event. And like, I didn't know what the hell that was, but I said sure. And then I totally forgot about it and woke up this morning and he's like, hey, would you still be available if we need you? And I said, oh yeah, totally forgot, but luckily I didn't make any plans, so I was still free. Said yeah. He messaged me like 30 minutes after the time they were supposed to start and said, get on. So here I am. Gotta set teams. Oh, okay, so I'm assuming we all just got random colors. The term is false start. Yeah, so, in terms of Scribbler, I'm Scribbler. And, if you don't know who I am, I've been in the UHC community. Okay, start 2. So I've been in the UHC community since I was 12 years old, back in 2012. I was a young gamer. People knew me as Squeaker is the relative term used to refer to me. I hung out with my buddy Short Gamer back in the day. I also played on an SMP server called Outcast. God, this is like, I'm walking down memory lane in my head right now. Where I basically had a group back in the day I always hung out with. So let's see, we have a new color now? Oh, it's waiting for Tommy. Okay. I'll get a color eventually, I'm sure. Okay. I'm just gonna keep dropping. But yeah, that was kind of how I started out in the community. Well, even that's jumping ahead a little bit. My first year or so in the community, I pretty much only played FFAs. I didn't have Skype or a microphone, so I didn't have any way of communicating with people. So yeah, back in the days when Skype was the go-to. Times have changed, but yeah, didn't have Skype or a microphone, any way of talking to people. So I pretty much solely played FFAs. Just kind of did it for the fun of it. I discovered UH3 through Minecraft majority of people from my time period did. In the olden days, where Minecraft was the authority in UHC. Times have changed quite a bit now, but if you've been around long enough to remember them, then of course that's almost definitely where you were from as well. I joined off that, and then, well, I shouldn't say I joined off that. I watched a lot of the Minecrackers for a long time. I really enjoyed their content. I especially followed like Paws and Beef. I was never a big Etho head, despite him also being a member of Team Canada, and I know tons of people who still watch Etho like religiously to this day, but I never was really huge on him. Watched Good. I think I was a really big fan of Nevers and MC Gamer as well, especially in the UHC seasons. They were kind of my go-tos to watch. A little bit of lag. This might just be me now. So, oh no, that was the trails activating. Okay. But yeah, I watched a lot of UHC, and one day after watching, I don't know, I think it was like season 10 or something, I was thinking like, man, this would be really cool to play if I could play it myself. So I started looking on YouTube to see if there's any just like publicly hosted UHC games. And what I found was I found a video of somebody playing one of ITMO's games. And if you are really old, you know that ITMO was one of the first like major hosts on the UHC sub. I wouldn't say he like founded it, but he essentially kept the place alive for the first year or so before some other hosts started getting involved more regularly. And he was basically the golden standard of host. Like his games always ran and stuff. And so I started going on the subreddit off of that after seeing that video, and just started playing games, and the rest is kind of history, you know. Started with FFAs for a while, like I said. Eventually, I got a I think it's like a crappy little headset mic, and downloaded Skype and started playing random teams games. I still remember one of my first ones ever was a random team of 4. I'm trying to remember. I know Shredonia was on my team. Gosh, oh my god. Who else was there? I don't know. It was random team 4. I used to have it like fully memorized. We did really well. I don't remember if we won or not, but man, this is like scraping. This is like 10 years of history almost at this point. It's kind of crazy to me. But yeah, I started there. Finally got into like random teams games and stuff. And then eventually I teamed with, I'd played so much at that point that I started to be recognized by like random people in lobbies, and so I was asked to team with fairly frequently just because people would rather team with somebody they at least recognize the name of than somebody they have no clue who they are. So I was this little like 13, maybe 14-year-old kid at that point, and started hanging out with a bunch of random people on the internet because they recognized my name just from playing a video game. You know, kind of scary to think about in hindsight, but it's just how it was on the internet back then, and I never ran into anybody that was seedy or anything. The UHC community was pretty good community at that point, especially. So started playing games with random people. Eventually started teaming with I think I had Squada first, honestly. Squada Melon ran the Outcast SMP server. I teamed with him a while, and I think, if I remember correctly, I think I met Short and Above through him. And that just kind of became my group for a while. in, I think it was, I want to say mid-2014, I got invited to both Ambition and Phobia pretty much simultaneously. Phobia was founded around the same time that Ambition Season 2 was being planned. So I joined both of those, my first record rounds, and they both went up on my channel at around the same time period. Really funny story, actually. Way back then, I think Phobia must have been after, because I didn't do it with Phobia, but with Ambition Season 2, when I recorded it, I was still, like, still young and on the internet and didn't want to, like, pirate things and stuff, so I didn't get, like, I didn't have, like, an actual recording software, so I used the trial version of XSplit, where, if you knew about the trial version of XSplit, I don't know if it's still the same, but at least back in the day, if you recorded with it, it would leave watermarks on your videos, but if you streamed with it, it would not. So what I actually did for Ambition Season 2 was, I made a Twitch channel that, like, nobody knew about because I didn't talk about it or anything, and I actually I live streamed Ambition Season 2, if you weren't aware. Hello. Oh, I think that's somebody doing something. Hey, Fairy. Thank you for the invite. But yeah, so back to the story. Thank you for the team speak. Thank you. I was just talking about how back in the day, I didn't have a recording software when I first started playing record rounds, so I used the trial version of XSplit, which put a watermark if you streamed something, or it put a watermark if you recorded something. Okay, yeah, see it fair. But if you didn't put a watermark, or it didn't put a watermark if you live streamed. So what I live streamed on a account that had no viewers, nobody knew about it, and everything went well. Did somebody die? Oh no, it's all good. Oh yeah, I wanted to eat the beef. That's what but yeah, so I live streamed Ambition Season 2. If you go back and check the footage, it's actually really funny, because I don't think anybody knows Scribbler lore enough to, like, check up on it, but if you go back and look at my Ambition Season 2 footage, you'll see it split in, like, really weird way, and I have, like, 15-minute parts of an episode and, like, 7-minute parts and stuff like that. It's because for whatever reason, when you live streamed with XSplit back in the day, it would just crash randomly. I don't know if that was a problem that just I had, or if it was, like, an actual XSplit thing, but it would just crash randomly and split your stream videos a lot, and what I did was, I didn't actually, like, download them and use editing software or anything. I just straight up exported the raw stream footage onto YouTube. So if you ever look back and see that or you check after this, you see that those videos are split up in a really weird way, and that's why. It's because I didn't actually edit them, I just uploaded them straight from Twitch onto YouTube. Some fun history there. But I think starting with Phobia, I had some random recording software, and then eventually I switched to OBS, which I still use today. But yeah, just some fun little lore there. But yeah, Ambition is I want to say that I was actually in Phobia first, but it recorded later compared to, like, when I joined. I know it was roughly around the same time period. Oh, that was so stupid. I know it was roughly around the same time period, though, between Ambition and Phobia when I added, but yeah, so I played Ambition Season 2 and Phobia Season 1 around the same time. I played Phobia with Short, if you remember, and Season 2 of Ambition, it was teams of 4. Seeing if I remember my whole team off the top of my head. Definitely don't. It was random teams. I think I was with Epic and others. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, it's actually a funny story because me and Short were like well known as like a duo in that time period, and I actually got added to Ambition because they added Short first, and Short recommended me, and then Short got added to Phobia because I got added first and I recommended Short. So it's kind of another funny little tidbit there. But yeah, so I played both of those, are like longest standing record runs I've been in. Obviously, I haven't missed an Ambition season since I joined, which is kind of crazy. I missed quite a few Phobia seasons just to random circumstances and stuff. It's just like, I don't know, for some reason scheduling that is a lot harder for me to make things than Ambition. But yeah, those are my 2 longest record runs I've been in. I've joined many since then, too many that I could even like name them all off the top of my head. Never been the best in record rounds. I used to actually be pretty decent at PvP back in the day. I think I was always considered like, an underrated player. By most of the community, I think, back in the day. But you know, I've never like top of the food chain or anything. It's just good enough. I wonder if it must stop spawning after a certain Y level. But yeah, I was always like pretty decent back in the day, especially. I've fallen off a lot since then. I haven't played a ton of Minecraft, and like when did I stop playing Minecraft regularly? I think it must have been in probably like 2016, 2017. It was one of my later years of high school. I stopped playing near as much Minecraft. And I pretty much only touched the game for record rounds since I've come to college. Which is also just crazy to think about. That I started playing UHC when I was 12 years old. I got Minecraft on Christmas 2011. And I started playing UHC when I was 12. And now I'm in my 3rd year of college, and I'm about to get my bachelor's, which is just like in terms of like real time, it's just crazy to think about how much has passed. Where are the zombies? Over here. But yeah, so I've had quite a journey. I'm trying to think. In terms of like RRs I've actually done well in. I always perform. Seems like right above me. I always perform pretty well in Nat 20. I think it's just like not throwing shade or anything, because I think they know this is an intentional choice. But the skill level of that group is not as higher as some other rounds I've been in, which I really respect rounds that can like visualize that, because a lot of rounds can like just they add people because they're the people they want to add, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think rounds should prioritize having like a good group first and foremost, but sometimes it just happens that some people are heavily better than others at the game. This is like obvious case in a place like Ambition, which I love Ambition to death, but there's some players in Ambition that are much better than the average Ambition player, which I think everyone is aware of, and there's like, that's just how it is at this point, honestly. Like, there's nothing really wrong with it, but I really admire rounds that can keep that balance and know like when something's too much or whatever, try to keep it fair for everybody, which I think it definitely does. Because even with my rusty skills, I was one of the better players in Nat 20 in the seasons I played. So I did pretty well in those. I really enjoyed Winter Wonderland recently. If you haven't watched, I definitely recommend checking that season out. It was really good. Oh jeez. That's probably my favorite of my rounds I've played recently. Just in terms of like commentary, gameplay, it was all really fun. And I performed pretty well in it, which is always a plus. It's never a requirement to have a good time in a round. Some of my like favorite rounds are ones that I just did so terrible that it was funny. Like for like as much as Ambition Season 6 was hated, and rightfully so, I felt like I was just so disconnected from the rest of the game that I had so much fun. Like me and Blinded just strip mining for like 3 episodes straight was just so funny. Back then. It still kind of is, but that's definitely still one of my just like favorite RR memories. And that was a round we accomplished literally nothing the entire game, but I still just had a great time. It was basically just like hanging out with a friend. Does he see me? I don't know. I think he's just talking to me. Okay. He must be in my cave. I'm trying to get other sex items. So cut. Oh man, my favorite. Man, don't get me started on DC. Vomits at everything, not Christopher Nolan. My bad. Sorry, I got started. Man, I love Christopher Nolan. That guy's crazy. Ooh, we got some gold. Okay, I think I'm gonna start smelting over here. Mine this iron, and then start moving on. I haven't seen any coal, have I? I probably have seen it and just have forgotten that I need to pick it up. I'll be honest. It's a definite possibility. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw wood in this one. I've got so much wood. I just kind of talk and chop trees for a long time, but it was fine. It was fine. Killed a lot of chickens. Killed some cows too. Okay, I can make my bow because I got everything I need from day one. Got a few apples. I didn't actually get like near as many apples as I thought I would have, given how much time I spent chopping trees, but I wasn't focusing too hard on it, so I am also not very surprised. Here's coal. Yeah. As I predicted, I did see some, but just totally neglected to look at. Where was I in the history books? I don't know. I think I divided from the history books. Just started talking about random things. Ooh, I'll see you guys next episode. Maybe we'll switch topics. Who knows?